Had a special position among St. Petersburg jewelers since the reign of Empress Elizabeth Petrovna. The workshop of the family were founded in 1754 by Louis David Duval, born in Geneva in 1727. As a young man, he had worked in commerce in London together with his brothers, but decided to try his luck in St. Petersburg, where he moved in 1745. His business contacts both in England and Switzerland helped him to establish himself in the Russian capital. A decade later, he was a successful dealer in precious stones and luxury objects, and soon expanded his activity to creative jewelry and object art. He became a partner of Empress Elizabeth Petrovna's favorite jeweler, Jeremy Posier, relocated from Geneva. This association opened doors at the Imperial Court. When Posier left St. Petersburg in 1764, Duval's preeminence became indisputable, and Katerina first appointed him her personal jeweler. He worked for her for 2 decades, producing much of the splendid jewelry for which his sovereign was so widely admired. Louis David Toussaint, Jacob David, born in Moscow in 1769, and John Francis André, born in St. Petersburg in 1776, both trained as goldsmiths. Although only 20 years old at his father's death in 1788, Jacob David was poised to take over the family business. He called the workshop Duval and Fils in honor of his father. His younger brother joined the firm some 10 years later, and in 1793 the two of them were working under the name Duval Frères or Duval Frères. Jacob David, like his father, also won the personal confidence of the Empress and was appointed her personal jeweler. At her death in 1796, Paul first continued to use his service and gave him the additional honor of crown. He continued his professional life as the deputy of the consul from 1814 to 1841, and for 14 years was a member of the chambers des Comtes and the Société Économique. He married born Alexander of Metz in 1790 and had 4 children, none of whom became jewelers. Jacob David died in Geneva in 1844. The youngest son of Louis David Duval, John Francis André, became head of the firm at the departure of his older brother in 1803. In 1817, at the age of 41, he also left St. Petersburg, where, like his brother, he became a deputy of the consul representative from 1818 to 1842. He was a talented amateur painter and a collector of art. He married the daughter of the artist Madame Topfer in 1821. He and his wife Nanette had 8 children, but again, none became jewelers. John Francis André died in Geneva in 1854. The departure of the 2 Duval brothers from St. Petersburg didn't end their collaboration with the Russian Imperial Court, and they continued their work from Switzerland. Whether they ever revisited the Russian capital is not known, but they continued to receive important commissions from the cabinet of His Imperial Majesty throughout the reign of Alexander I and into that of Nicholas I. The last orders noted in archival documents are from 1837. It is not known whether the Duval brothers set up a new workshop in Geneva or if they handled these commissions with the help of independent jewelers. It's difficult to estimate the extent of Duval's production during their impressive career in St. Petersburg. Fine examples of their work have survived in the State Hermitage Museum. The Diamond Fund in the Moscow, royal collections of Europe, and private hands in the United States. Only few pieces are signed or documented. Much is identified as their throughout style and technique. An important part of Duval's work between the years 1799 and 1816